Previously on Babies and Broadswords.
You gave Cindy cooties!
We did?
The kid next to you. All 100 kids stop, and they slowly look at the kid that Ignatius is pointing at. And he is kind of backing away.
Guilty.
And he's like, no, it wasn't us. It was the new Triangle Gang. Cindy's gone. Cindy has been spirited away by her gang. And that's when the cat gang stretches up. We saw the whole thing.
I'm adorable enough to put on a perfect disguise and cause a
distraction.
Well, I do declare that these are not the kids you're looking for right here.
Oh, kiddo, you are in a mess of hurt.
Some friends of mine have been blamed by the cat himself.
Those kids were the nose miners. Their spitwads are not regular cootie spitwads. They're super cooties. There's a back door to the inn that leads to a little used tunnel that I sometimes use to move quickly. It will take them towards the river, and nobody else knows about it. It appears to be a large bathtub with...
Bath time!
With a mast made of sticks that have been tied together. There is a flag flying from the mast. It is a kitty cat face. Henry. As the rest of them sit and argue about whose boat is this and should we steal a boat and do we look guilty or not, you can hear coming from way down the river, from up the river. Good morning, everyone, all of our lovely toddlers out there, and welcome to another episode of Even Footing Games presents Babies and Broadswords. Babies and Broadswords.
Babies and Broadswords!
Thank you, Jimmy. I am Jason, your sitter extraordinaire, and with me are most of my very useful crew today. We've got Lee, Jimmy, and Aaryn. Say good morning, kids.
Good morning, kids.
Morning, kids.
Say goodnight, Gracie. And with us tonight is a special guest, superfan number one, Carri Hunter.
Woo! Good morning.
Good morning, Carri. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to the team.
You're welcome.
We found Carri on the side of the road making funny noises, and we're like, perfect, put her on the podcast.
In character already.
In character, I love it. When last we met, our kids had finally gotten to the convoy envoy envelope and were the witnesses of a terrible, terrible sneak attack. Cindy, the oldest kid, had just received a nasty dose of super cooties, and our fabulous foursome was blamed for the attack, even though they were innocent for once of all wrongdoing.
Innocent.
We are innocent. Thanks to some fantastic rolling from Jimmy St. James, who almost broke my plot, the kids were able to get out of the convoy envelope relatively unscathed. Some of the kids they had met in previous adventures stood up and said, hey, those babies are okay. And with some help from Nanya, the innkeeper satyr, they managed to escape through a secret tunnel and made their way to a hidden dock on the shores of the stinky brown river. A boat sat at the dock, seemingly just waiting for them, but the kids were able to ascertain it belonged to someone else, namely the cat gang they had run into earlier. With the cats coming from one side, a sudden ethical dilemma about stealing a boat, and a stinky brown river on the other side, the kids decided to make a run for it. However, young Daebella slipped on an edge and splish splash into the stinky brown river.
What are you trying to do? No.
So, Daebella, you have slipped, and you feel yourself falling into the river. You land on your back on the edge of the river, and there's a big splash. And as Thwompkins is going, Daebella, no! With his mouth open wide, a gush of stinky brown water goes right into his mouth. And he goes, it's in my mouth! It's in my mouth! And you all watch as Thwompkins just starts to turn to stone as he's overcome with tummy aches and grumps. Daebella, when you hit the water, there is an uncomfortable moment where you do not sink. It's not like hitting water, it's just...
It's non-Newtonian.
It's just kind of surprisingly sturdy as you start to slowly sink into the river. Past that initial layer. Jeez, you're probably freaking out. Give me a cool roll to see how you're handling all this.
Cool.
Daebella is so cool.
It's not bad. That is a 9.
A 9? Mm-hmm. Good for you. You're splashing around for a second. I'm drowning as the current starts to take you down. And your head goes under. But you keep your mouth closed.
However, and my eyes, hopefully.
And your eyes. However, you can't close your nose.
Perpetual pink eye.
You do take one tummy ache as some of it goes up your nose.
Daebella! And Ignatius is going to try. How far out is she? You said she's at the edge?
Well, she's kind of about maybe 2 feet away from the shore, and she's starting to drift slowly down away from you all.
Hold my tail! I'm gonna get her!
Henry holds Ignatius's tail.
Ow, not so hard, okay?
I'm sorry! You told me to!
And I will try to reach out and stretch myself as far as I can to grab onto her.
Oh, I need a beefy roll from Henry, and I need a nimble roll from Ignatius.
Yes. Okay. Come on, luck of last week. It's
you
sticking with
great
me.
last week.
So I rolled a 5 plus 5 plus 1 will be 11.
Okay. How did Henry do? Henry, how did your roll go to hold on to young Master Ignatius?
I don't remember. No, I got a 1. so 5 total with my
Hey, Ignatius. You do manage to grab a hold of Daebella's hand.
Yes.
And for a moment, you're pulling her back towards the shore.
I got you, Daebella.
But splash.
Oh!
And in you go into the river as well.
Guys! Please, guys!
Give me a cool roll.
Can I try and help him out to keep him above water now that we're in contact?
Yes, you may. You are.
I'm gonna try and grab onto him and pull us both up.
Okay.
While I'm flailing around.
Let's see how Jimmy did with his cool roll. First of all,
6.
Jimmy's not doing too cool. Cats don't like water,
especially nasty brown water.
Ignatius, you're gonna take.
It's more of a dog thing.
3 tummy aches as it gets into your mouth.
Oh.
3.
Give me Lee, we'll call this a muscly roll to sort of keep him. Are you just trying to tread water? Is that what you're trying to do, or?
Yeah, I guess so, because that would be the best description of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
It's the both of us. Muscly, man.
Blub, 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 blub.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at all this stuff.
Yeah. Do I have anything that I could use to help me out?
I don't think I do. So, we'll just roll it. Because I used my Happy Tum Tum last time.
But you've had
Healthy Eater doesn't help.
You've had a break since then, though.
Do we? Have we?
Yeah, when have you used it since you woke up from Nania's
I
Inn
used
the other
it during
day?
the
Oh,
speech.
did you use it during the speech? Okay, then yeah, you've used it.
I used it at some point during that. No, I used it for the well. That was it.
Okay, but you have used it since you got up.
Yeah,
okay,
but I still used it, yeah. So, that's a 2, so 4.
Yeah.
I'm not very strong. I do my best, sorry. Ignatius.
You managed to hold on, but the two of you are drifting down the river.
Henry wants to look around to find something that he could put in, like, long. Is there anything around?
You guys are on this narrow ledge, so there's really nothing around. But give me a nosy roll. Maybe you can figure something out.
It's gotta
No,
be
actually, no.
nosy,
Give me a brainy roll. We'll let you do that.
Okay, I'm going to eat my cookie and do the. It's not what my book says, so that I get a +2.
Oh god, she has the script. It's not what her book says.
Oh no.
Ancient manuscript of old, fueling the dragon.
Wait a minute, Daebella doesn't die yet. That's not what my book says.
Here's what the kids need. Okay, here's what your friends need. The river is moving very slowly. It's not that you can reach out and grab them, but if you can buy them some time to hold on to something that's stable and not going anywhere, you can figure out a way to get them out. So casting about you very quickly, Henry, the only thing of any sturdiness and weight that you see is Thwompkins the statue.
I push him in.
Splash, thunk, thunk.
Thwompkins.
And Thwompkins the statue just plants itself in the water. You see it kind of slowly burble down. Here's the thing. The two of you are reaching out. Henry has managed to push Thwompkins far enough in front of you that you can kind of grab it. The statue is only... The water seems to only be going up to Thwompkins' waist. And half of him is out of the water. So you can...
So it's not very deep.
So you can grab it as you go by.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Yep. You're holding on to dear life to the Thwompkins statue.
Wait a second. Thwompkins isn't that much taller than me. Can I stand up? Try to grab
why don't you
on
go ahead
and
and-
stand up.
Yeah, go for it.
Is there a roll I need to do for that to see if I get my senses about me or no?
To see if... Give me a crafty roll there, Jimmy James.
Uh-oh.
Ignatius is pretty crafty, right?
No. 6.
Well, you grab on to Thwompkins, and you're frantically trying to crawl up. You actually managed to scramble up the statue, and you're sitting on Thwompkins the statue's head. So at least you're out of the water.
Hiss at the water and bat at it.
Yeah, exactly. Daebella, you've also managed to grab onto the Thwompkins statue. Are you having any insights? Or is Henry yelling anything from the shore that might be helpful for this situation?
Just grab hold of him. It'll buy us time.
Okay.
So no, not
Yeah,
really.
Daebella is going to try and climb up Thwompkins and then hopefully realize that like there's nothing to climb because she can just stand next to him and
Okay.
hold on to it.
Give me a crafty roll.
Okay. Like she goes to like put her feet up and then realizes that her feet are on the ground is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Crafty?
Yeah.
We'll have a bonus to crafty. That is an 8.
Yeah, while trying to scramble up Daebella, you just realize that you're actually stepping on the ground, and you just stand up.
Oh.
And the water only goes up to about your waist. I mean, you're still stuck in the river, and that's gross, but...
Ignatius, calm down. Calm down.
I gotta dry off. I've gotta dry off. Hold on. Ah, shit.
No!
Ah, shake, shake, shake.
No!
Everybody who's not Ignatius, cover your mouths! Everybody...
Yeah, Daebella just sort of puts her arms in front of her face. No!
Gotta
just
get
give
this stuff off of me.
Give me whatever role you think would be most your character would immediately think to do if there was gross water coming. Would you know to cover your mouth? Would you just automatically throw your hands up in front of you?
I think I throw my hands up. I'm going to do I think a nimble roll.
Okay, that would
it's
make
not my
sense to
best
me.
start,
Yep.
but yeah.
Henry, you're probably actually out of.
Yeah, you guys are way back there.
We'll call this flinging distance or spitting distance where the droplets are going.
AOE.
That's a 7.
That's good. That's enough. That'll work.
Oh,
Yeah. Daebella sees what's happening and just automatically she's got these big furball tree hands and just slaps them in front of her
Big
face
mitts.
and she's got these mitts. She's got these mitts. And she just slaps them in front of her face and saves yourself any more of the dirty brown water going into the river.
Could Henry... Are they past the boat much?
They're probably about... You guys are probably about 10 feet past the boat. Speaking of the boat... Yeah, but tell me what you want to do, Henry.
Henry would like to, really quick, reach into his pocket and put a peppermint in his mouth.
Mmm.
And then he wants to jump in the boat and try and get it to where they are. Like, I'm not trying to steal it. I'm just trying to get them in the boat.
Henry the sailor.
On the pier, all right, well, give me so Henry, you pop this peppermint, and it gives you that burst of sugar rush. Pew! And you move twice as fast. You're almost skipping along the water like a rock towards the cat boat. Standing on the pier next to the cat boat are a bunch of cats. And they've all been watching you going... Cats don't like water. We're not going in there. No.
How about not?
What are we gonna do to get these little kids around like a cat? And there's 4 or 5 of them, and they're just slinking all over the boat on the pier, just trying to figure out, do we go after the kids? Do we go on the boat? There's one cat, however, that has decided to drop the musical number, and she is just frantically trying to catch the attention of the other cats. She's got something important to say to them, and they're just not listening. Carri, you want to take a second to tell us about your cat?
Sure, my cat is Blackjack, and she is a mommy's little helper.
Love it. Blackjack knows that our babies are not the ones.
Are the good guys.
Yes, they're not the ones that gave Cindy the super cooties. The other cats have not been listening to Blackjack because Blackjack has not been singing or dancing while she's trying to share this news, which the other cats find mildly offensive. They practice all of this choreography. They come up with songs for every situation. You think cats are just sleeping 17 hours a day? No. They're writing books and lyrics. Yes, they're putting all this choreography together. When cats are staring just off into a corner of a room where nothing is,
They're thinking about grapevines.
They're composing.
They're composing. They're thinking about grapevines, yes. They are practicing their step kicks.
Yes.
Yep. When the cat steps on the piano at 3 o'clock in the morning and wakes everybody up, they're working out new tunes. They're not just messing around on the keyboard. Yeah.
That wasn't an accident.
No, that's
I think
not
it's a
an
little
accident.
column A, column B, but
I think my cats are just clumsy and tend to fall off of the top of the piano and tumble down on the keyboard. One of the cats turns back at you, the leader, Blackjack. He's a scruffy Tom, and he's got one eye patch, and it's his picture that's on the flag of the boat. And he says, "Blackjack, if you're not gonna sing, why are you a cat? Kicking those kids. And he does a little step kick, and all the other cats do a little step kick. And they're looking at you expectantly, waiting for you to, "It's your line. Sing the song."
I don't get your rhythm.
Kicking kitty's got claws. Henry, as the cats seem to be having this little exchange, you are running as fast as you can right
I'm
towards
hopping in the boat.
You're hopping in the boat. You manage to zip past them, and a few of them get knocked back in your wake as you go right through the kick line. There's a meow, but they turn it into a little tumble routine, and one of them goes into a split. And Henry, you hop on the boat, and the one-eyed cat looks over and says, "They're stealing, he's stealing our boat."
Henry completely ignores it and says, "I'm not stealing it. I'm helping my friends. I'll be right back."
Henry, have you ever been in a boat before?
I mean, I saw Crockett and Tubbs sailing one.
Okay. Once.
And I've been near the Binky Pirates.
And you've been near the... Oh, well, that makes you an experienced sailor
Proximity.
as far as I'm
Exactly.
concerned.
And I'm just extraordinarily smart.
I saw 2 boats once. Give me a brainy roll.
Exactly.
Give me a brainy roll, Captain. See how well you can figure out how to...
I'm gonna eat another cookie. So I got a 9.
Henry, there's just a bunch of ropes and stuff, but the ropes seem to be attached to sails, and you pull one of the ropes just kind of at random, and the sails billow out, and the boat starts to move on down the harbor. It gets about 4 feet, and then it stops. And you look over behind you, and there is a rope that is still tied to the dock, and all of the cats are in a rhythm, pulling it towards them. Gonna get those boat stealing the kids. Blackjack needs your help. Get on the rope.
So, do I need to release the rope?
What would you like to do? It's your decision. You know these kids are innocent, but at the same time, that's your boat
reputation
too.
on the line.
You stay with the cats?
Yeah,
Hop
where you want
on
to
the
go?
rope, and can I use my claws to loosen the end that's attached to the boat?
Give me a nimble roll to see how well you balance on that rope. You are a cat.
So I've got a 3 + 3, and I have...
Oh.
I'm looking. I can eat a cookie and get a...
You get a +1?
You can
2 + 2 to a nimble roll.
Oh, yeah,
So
do
that
that.
gives me an 8.
Blackjack, you... For a second, you're dancing with everybody else. They're like, oh, good, Blackjack's back in, and you're spinning, and you're twirling, and you're grabbing the rope. And then you get to the front of the tug of war kick line, and you just hop up on the rope, and you nimbly run across to the boat. And you hop onto the boat, and you turn around, and you just, one claw flinks out, blink, and you just start bing, 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 snapping the strands of the rope. But you're making it's musical. You're making a little plucking, like you're plucking a and they all just stop what they're doing and start. They go into an even more intricate dance to the sound of the rope plucking. And you've managed to unmoor the rope from the boat, and the boat continues to sail on down. Henry, this cat has just jumped on the boat, but it seemed to have loosened the rope for you.
He thanks a bunch. Can you help me get my friends in the boat? Because otherwise, they're gonna drown.
Well, I'm not very strong, but I can help you. I like you
good.
kids.
Oh, thanks. I'm a majestic dragon. I'm super strong.
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes.
Henry likes to think he's super strong.
Right. Ask Ignatius how strong Henry is.
just very strong sometimes.
Sometimes.
Too strong sometimes.
Daebella, you are standing next to the Thwompkin statue in the water. Ignatius, you are still refusing to get off of the Thwompkin statue. There is a bathtub boat piloted by Henry and the cats bearing right down upon you.
Okay. How fast are they're not moving very fast, right?
No, it's not fast at all. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Daebella just wants to
bearing
crawl
down
into
upon
the
you
boat.
might be the wrong word. Leisurely floating in your general direction. Yeah.
Henry does have the sugar rush, though, and is kind of twitchy.
Henry, you want to put your tail in the water and just motorboat it away? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, so as the boat just comes up, she's just going to kind of put her hands on the side of it and try and climb in because it's moving so slow. She's just like, okay, I get it.
And it just kind of bumps into Thwompkins and just kind of stays there for a second. Like it's moving so slowly that it just nudged up against Thwompkins.
We gotta get Thwompkins in the boat.
Well, what about first? Let's get Jimmy. We gotta get Jimmy, right? That's what we're calling him right now.
What? Yeah. Or Augustus, or Julius, or Imperial.
They've all. I don't know if the boat's big enough for all of them.
Augustus.
Then I hop into the boat as well.
Yeah, no problem hopping into the boat. But yes, Thwompkins has stopped the boat. Meanwhile, the cats have broken out of their improvised dance number, their interpretive dance, and they're slinking their way down that walkway that you were all on just a moment ago, going, "Traitor, tss, traitor, tss, taking our boat with those pesky kids around, traitor." And they're trying to bat at the boat from the edge, but they can't quite reach where the boat is, and they're certainly not going to get in the water. Cats do not like being in the water. They don't like getting wet.
So hey, you were the kitty cat that saw me when I saw him throw the super spitwad with the gooba shooter at the pretty girl, right? You were the one that saw me. Tell your friends I didn't do it.
Well, I don't like to sing, and they only listen when I sing.
Why is that? That's so stupid.
It is. Not all of us are made to sing.
You gotta tell him. I know. I saw you. You was way up at the top, and I saw you, and you was looking down, and you saw, and then I know that you saw me.
We only listen to cats who sing. Kitty cats who sing a song. Sing.
I really just want to hang out with these guys.
Sing a song.
Imperio!
Yeah.
Start singing!
Me. I didn't do it.
They stop for a moment, Imperio, and they're looking at you and Blackjack. The half cat is singing a song.
The half cat.
Do we only half listen to him?
Oh, you're so annoying. You didn't do it.
Blackjack, you should sing with Jimmy. He's together. You will be three.
A cat and a half?
3 quarters, or wait, yeah, 3 halves of a tabaxi.
7 tens of a
3
12.
whole halves. You'll be
I
more
don't know what
tabaxi
that
than any of
means,
them.
But I can try.
Me. I didn't do it. Neither did my friends.
Wow, Nancy's voice is really shaking.
That's how I think. Don't make fun.
Whoa, Nancy's that's amazing.
Ignatius, you sing like a 44-year-old man. That's very impressive.
Wow.
I mean,
Clocks.
the vocal cord manipulation is impressive for a 4-year-old.
Meta, where did you come from? You're supposed to
It's me, Meta Magic.
Hiding out of Ignatius.
You must have taken points and cool. All right. And then just as quickly as he appears, he's gone.
Thank God.
So you're basically in a stalemate right now where the cats are singing at Ignatius and Blackjack and Ignatius are singing at the cats. But the boat is not going anywhere. And the cats cannot reach the boat, no matter how much they fossy themselves out, and they're like holding each other's hands and trying to lean way out, and they still can't quite get there.
Daebella wants... Oh, sorry.
Oh, could Henry try and wrap a rope, like tie a rope around Watkins' neck and
get him on
and try and pull him in like he's an anchor?
Hey, yeah.
Give me a nosy roll to see if there's any ropes that haven't been either tied to a sail or cut by a cat who escaped on the boat with you.
Oh, can I help with that? I'll look around to give her a second roll?
Yeah.
Using my ability?
Yes, you may. Ignatius and Blackjack, you were too busy in a sing-off with the cats. Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I got a 4.
Oh, okay, that's not that bad. I got a 7.
Henry's just like he's looking at all the ropes that are hanging from the rigging, but everything seems to be attached to something. And he's thinking, well, these must all have a reason for being attached to something. Daebella does not have that compunction. She just grabs the first rope she sees and just yanks it down. The sail falls off, but you have the rope in your hand now.
Hey. Mission accomplished.
But you're also all now completely covered by a giant sail that has it's like a bed sheet that's like falling on all 4 of you.
While Ignatius doesn't know what the sail is for, neither does Jimmy. We're underground.
Somebody just put you on somebody just threw a bed sheet on you basically. And you're like,
Henry says you should use this to get all the sewer water off of you. This is definitely a towel. I heard about those from Rusty Rail's mayor.
Oh, good idea. It's working good. Here, Daebella.
Yeah. Start rubbing down.
What happened?
look at those cats not licking themselves clean. What a bunch of weird cats. That's not how you do it.
The words, you don't want to wick it.
That's how you get a kitty cat clean. Lick, cleaning off the mud. Yeah.
This is obviously why tabaxis are better. Except for Blackjack, obviously. Thanks, new friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the rope over to Henry and be like, you can lift him, right? I don't think I can.
Definitely, I'm a majestic dragon.
You're very majestic. As I'm rubbing the sail all over me. You're very majestic. So majestic.
Use your wings and you can push.
Yeah.
Like that. Just flailing her arms around.
I wish the people who are listening could see that action that Lee just did. That was perfect.
Lee has flapped her wings more than a few times.
So Blackjack leaps out from under this towel, curtain, whatever is fallen from the sky. He says, look at me, I can help. And I can take 2 grumps. I don't need your permission to be helpful.
That's right.
I want to impress my friends so much that I jump up on the side of the boat and then I jump onto Watkins' head in the middle of the river.
Nice.
Oh, good.
So both...
Henry says, no, we want you in the boat and help. In the boat.
But you can throw me the rope. I can wrap it around. I can wrap it.
Okay.
See, I can walk around.
Both of you give me brainy rolls. Whatever half, since you're using your ability, Carri,
Yes.
half of whatever you get will be added on to Henry's roll, and that'll give us our total. Yeah.
Henry got a 10.
Ooh. So I got a 4, so the half will be
2.
plus my 2.
Oh.
So I give her 4.
Nice. So with a 14, no problem. Henry, you toss the rope out to Blackjack, and Blackjack deftly ties an impressive crisscrossing of knots all over Thwompkins, and grabs a pulley off of the boat, swings the other end of the rope onto it, and the 2 of you pull together, and using the magic of simple machines, Thwompkins easily lifts back onto the boat, and you kind of thwunk him onto the prow of the boat. And just the way that he's situated, he looks like a figurehead, a masthead. like this frightening gargoyle just on the front
of course he does.
On the front of the boat. And with Thwompkins no longer blocking the boat continues its passage down the river. And the cats are too busy, for some reason, making a pyramid and singing about the joys of social grooming that they don't get uncombobulated in time for the boat to catch up with the boat. And so Blackjack, you're standing there watching as your former gang is trying to chase after you in dance and getting further and further away. And after a few moments, you've lost the cat gang and you've stolen their boat.
Yay!
Hooray!
Gosh,
Henry
guys.
takes a quarter of the sail and kind of wipes Thwompkins down and then pats him on the back and says, "Thwompkins, you're so much cooler like this. I don't know why you aren't like this always."
He gets like that sometimes.
and Thwompkins just unblinkingly looks at you in a frozen rock grimace. He hasn't moved or spoken. And yes, Thwompkins is so much cooler.
He's stone cold.
I don't understand how I never saw it before. That he's so cool.
Roll to see Thwompkins in a new light.
Blackjack's not sure why everyone's talking to this rock statue, but he knows, or she knows, that there's some affection, so she's like rubbing and purring around his legs and wants to impress her new friends.
Oh, that's gotta be killing Thwompkins. Just wants to hug the kitty so bad.
Yeah. 100%.
To be fair, he would probably hug it too tight.
Yeah, it's probably safer for the kitty if
Or
Thwompkins
half a second too
doesn't.
long.
Yeah.
She is a cat still. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it? I doubt it, right? My lamp is just gone by now, right? It's smashed and destroyed.
Yeah, when you fell off well, who was holding it?
Filled with poo water.
No.
I'll tell you what, your lamp is, you managed to salvage your lamp because you were holding on to it when you fell in. But yes, it's been extinguished by its trip into the river.
We did pass it off because we gave it to Thwompkins though.
When Thwompkins fell in, then.
Yeah, because he had the stone hands.
Right.
So is the lamp turned to stone with him?
No, he's actually still holding the lamp, but it has gone out. So I'll let you salvage your lamp, but it has gone out.
Okay.
I wonder if this water is flammable.
Water is not flammable. Whatever that means.
You're not sure this is water.
I feel like this is maybe not 100% water.
Oh. Yeah, so while we're drying off, I'm gonna take my half a piece of soap and break it in half and give some of it to Anixis and clean ourselves up.
Hey kiddos, it's Jason, your friendly neighborhood sitter, and I want to talk to you today about Anchor by Spotify. Anchor is an all-in-one podcasting app that lets you edit and record your podcast right from your phone or computer, and then host it on your favorite podcast-catching website. And the best part of all, it is absolutely free. Anchor is what we use to host Even Footing Games Presents Babies and Broadswords, and even though I've had to record this ad 15 times, what you're going to hear is the best version we have, thanks to Anchor. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. It is so easy, a baby could do it.
Hi, this is Jack from Even Footing Games, and thank you for listening to this episode of Babies and Broadswords. We would like our listeners to know that, as of this recording, you can pick up Babies and Broadswords along with 29 other titles in the drive-thru RPG Doctors Without Borders Mega Bundle 1. It's a great deal for a great cause. We would also like to thank everyone we met at Playthrough Gaming Convention this past weekend. Though I was not there, I heard so many great things and stories of many of you. I won't take up any more of your time as you listen to them and have fun without me, so let's get back to the baby adventures.
Okay.
Here, you can use this. It'll make you smell good.
You
Your
guys-
fur will be soft.
You guys lose one tummy ache for cleaning yourselves off. And Daebella, give yourself a gold star.
Oh.
Sharing is caring.
That's.
I'll
Okay.
get some stickers, some gold star stickers for my character.
I mean, frankly, the water you're using to clean yourself off with a soap is just
More filthy.
just
Cancels each other out.
just more poo water. You're just covering yourself, and now it's soapy poo suds.
Sudsy.
But it's something. It's something.
It's better than before.
It's better than before. It's not. It'll probably be better, worse later, but it's better now. Yeah.
Henry kind of wants to look in front of the boat and kind of see where we're going.
I was gonna say, is anybody paying attention to what's going on?
I was about to with my lamp, but then I realized it was destroyed,
It was
so I
destroyed.
probably can't see anything.
Yeah, really, you can't see very far. There are the occasional lights, those glowing bricks that you keep coming across all over the walls, but you really can't see much further than that. So yes, Henry, go ahead and give me a nosy roll to see if you see anything.
Oh, it's what I'm best at, guys. It's, and I've lost my dice. I only need one, and I've lost it.
You only need the one.
Okay, that's not too bad. You got a 7.
Oh, yeah.
Almost the best I can
That's
roll.
a number.
Henry, from up above, you can make out the river continues for a while, but off to your right there is a tunnel that seems to have another pier attached to it. And you can see, it looks like a blinking red light above the tunnel. It's above the archway of the tunnel. And it's just going blink, blink, blinking red. And it's really the only thing that's different down the river. There doesn't seem to be anything in the river itself, so you could continue on and see where the river takes you, but if you wanted to hop off the boat, there is a pier here by this mysterious winking light.
Henry thinks that we should probably get off the boat, and because Henry's not a particularly good sailor, and cats don't like water and whatnot, and
It's
probably
moving
we
just
need
fine
to
on its own.
figure out what we are going to do. So he wants to try and make it go toward the pier and see. At least we can decide where we want to go.
Is everyone good with that?
Yeah, we should look around. You're right.
I'm going to need crafty rolls from everybody to see if you can figure out how to navigate this boat to a pier.
Henry got a 10.
7 for Ignatius.
1 for Blackjack.
How'd we all do?
9.
Oh, 3. I'm sorry. 1 plus 2 is 3.
All right, so I got a 9, I got a 3. What else I got?
No, I got a 10.
And a 10? Okay.
I got a
Jimmy,
7.
you're the deciding. Okay. Majority successes. That's good. I like that. Blackjack, who's the one who's actually been on this boat, has no idea how the boat works. So probably because you refused to sing while the boat was moving, and so you never learned the actual steps to make the rigging work and everything like that.
That's true. You didn't learn the choreo.
Right.
Say that.
The three of you though just start leaning to one side, the side you want the boat to go, and just kind of rocking it in that direction, and the boat drifts off towards the pier and just kind of boom, bumps against the pier, and the current takes it sideways so that you're broadside of the pier with the bathtub boat just kind of pushed up against the side of the pier by the current of the water.
And I hop off the boat just as quickly as I can. As soon as I'm able to, Ignatius is gone. You know
Ignatius
what?
is
Done with that boat.
off. He is done.
Oh, look at the blinky light.
Henry ties Thwompkins and throws it to Ignatius and says, "Can you tie it to something on the pier so that we're secure?"
Yeah, I can tie my shoes. Promise.
Grab the rope and start to look for something to tie it to.
Yeah, there's a little
Got laces.
there's a little pier pinion thingy. I don't know the little metal. I'm not a nautical guy. There's a little
So,
you can tie
Blackjack
it.
Metal
jumps
loop?
off the boat and starts making circles around the little pointy thing on the pier to help
There you go.
Ignatius know what he's supposed to be tying to.
Give me a brainy roll, Jimmy.
Okay. Brainy.
Bless you.
Holy cow. I don't
Good.
know if eating a cookie is going to even help, so I'm just going to stick with what I've got here. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Ooh.
I got it. It's good. The rope is right here.
Ignatius, you take the rope, and even with Blackjack pointing to where you should put it, you just kind of you're just slapping the rope around, and you're just like you're almost doing that ribbon dance that for some reason is in the Olympics, and you've managed to
Hot takes.
when all is done. There's a 3 activity. Ignatius, you've managed to tie yourself up to Swampkins.
Hey, howdy, little help.
So at
This
least
is on the boat.
My tying
Yeah.
skills are so good.
the boat, the rope is attached one end on the boat to Thwompkins, and the other end is attached on the pier to Ignatius.
Oh, okay.
I got an idea. I think I could get Flumpkins out. I'm pretty strong too. Okay?
I'm just going to start walking backwards, see if I can drag him out.
Give me a beefy roll.
As lucky as I was last week.
Oh, we're going the other way.
Oh, no.
Jimmy, throw those dice in the garbage.
Another 1 plus
Another
5, so it's a 6.
Okay.
Oh, that's not so bad.
This rope has had a day.
We've all had.
We've all had a day. And Thwompkins, you back up, and you're stretching the rope as far as you can, Ignatius, you're stretching the rope as far as you can, and Thwompkins, like, he's screeching out of the tub, and he flops up on the pier, and as soon as he hits, the rope gives way, and it snaps, and you go flying backwards, and you're actually going to take 3 ouchies.
Ooh.
As you roll tail over tea kettle and
Ignatius.
bank against the side of the tunnel here.
My first ouchies.
And Thwompkins is just on his side, but at least he's on the pier.
I knew I could do it. That's so bad. My foot hurts.
But yanking Thwompkins out has shaken the boat loose from where it has kind of rested against the pier, and it gets picked back up by the current, and you're watching it slowly go down the river.
Bye, boat.
Without you.
Wait, are we still on the boat, or did we all get out on the pier?
I thought everyone had got out.
I said I wanted to look at the light, so I'm out.
Okay, then I will have gotten out.
Okay. Bye, boat. You all wave to the
Bye,
boat.
boat.
I didn't like you anyway.
Henry goes over to Ignatius and says, Thanks for helping," and gives him 1 bandage.
1.
That's all I have.
You get 1. So if you'd like to use that can remove 1 ouchie.
Wait, there's band-aids?
Nope, it's a bandage.
It is an adhesive strip of no.
But
Yeah.
maybe it could help your fur.
A plaster.
It's
one
a
might say.
yeah. It's not going to be any help when you take it off with all of your
Right.
fur, but yeah,
Oh.
Just jump in the water again, it'll come off.
yeah. It might melt off if you go back in the water. Daebella, you've been looking at this blinking light.
Yeah.
On, off, on.
Is it like far away right now?
No, you guys are the pier. It goes to a big tunnel entrance, and the blinking light is on top of. It's on the top of the arch, so it's on top of the tunnel entranceway where you are.
Okay.
And it's a light bulb, but you've never seen a red one before, and it's almost mesmerizing, watching it go on and off, on.
So pretty.
Off. I need you to make me a guile roll right now.
That is a 4.
Daebella, you hear, as you look at this light, the sound of voices singing in your head. And they're saying, join our song. Join our song. And you start to walk down the hallway humming the song that they're all singing. Kind of in a trance. Has anyone noticed?
Blackjack
Bye, guys.
is
Henry wants to know why Daebella rolled a 4 when she has a 5 in precociousness.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong stat. So I mean,
I'm
that would
sorry.
put it.
I didn't realize
that would
Meta
put it at
Magic was
6.
back again.
Meta magic.
I got a 6 then.
6 still wouldn't have done it. You were still walking down the hallway.
Okay.
Henry had a little bit of that meta rub off.
I guess Henry did.
I got a time travel book, guys, and I'm just hanging out with it.
Blackjack, you wanted to try something?
Yeah, so I notice that she's walking towards the light, and I'm not sure what the other babies are doing. They're playing with the ropes and stuff back there. They seem a little distracted, so I'm walking with her, but I'm trying to go in and out of her legs to kind of make her realize I'm there, because she seems really distracted.
Tell you what, we're going to do a contested cool roll, so Blackjack, you roll cool, and Daebella, you roll cool.
Oh, it's my favorite. A cool off.
It's a cool off!
Okay.
She's trying to cool
Peek
her off.
behind the curtain. I have the old character sheet. Which one is cool? Just so I don't mess it up again.
Oh my gosh. It's
Cuteness, thank you.
It's one of the cuteness stats, yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
Why do we take the time to make these new character sheets if you're not going to update them?
Well, because...
And why aren't you in the soundproof room?
Transferring.
Yeah.
It's a lot transferring,
Okay.
So that is 7.
And how about you, cool cat?
I got a 5 plus 5 is 10.
Blackjack is a
That's
cool
so
kitty.
cool.
Very cool cat.
Blackjack, you manage to tangle up Daebella's feet, and she goes tripping over you. But of course, as a cat, you get out of the way. Daebella, the thump on your butt does kind of shake you out of the singing hypnosis. You still hear it in your head, but you don't feel the urge to join into the song anymore. And Blackjack just kind of puts a paw on your chest as if trying to stop you from going forward. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Daebella shakes her head and looks and she's, do you guys hear that? They're singing. There's people down here.
There's people singing.
Does Henry
I
hear
think
it?
so.
No, you don't hear it. And neither does Ignatius. And neither does Blackjack. Daebella seems to be the only one who can hear it.
That means those stinking cats are coming again.
Doesn't sound like the cats. It's different music, Daebella. It's not as cool.
I definitely don't hear anything, Daebella. Is it your mushroom parents?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are they singing in your head?
Daebella opens her locket.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Daebella, your mushroom parents come out, and they are looking at you and like, oh, Daebella, you are a mess. Where have you been?
So stinky.
Stinky river.
Oh, don't put your roots down in that river.
No, I didn't mean to. I might have left a few spores behind.
Yes, leave as many spores behind as you want. That works just fine for our plans. Don't say too much, Gregor. Daebella, what can we do today for you?
Are you guys singing?
No, we are not singing. Do you hear singing?
Yeah, it's in my head. Usually you guys are the ones in my head.
Yes, and we don't like sharing it with anyone. They stop for a moment, and the the little ghost tendrils. Again, the rest of you were just watching Daebella look at the wall. You can't see any of this. Their little ghost tendrils come out and they start kind of feeling the air. And your ghost mushroom dad says, "There is something old in this tunnel, but it is more machine-like. Once this place was full of singing children, but the song has long since gone silent. The machines have rusted. You are hearing the ghost in the machine."
Oh.
That's very dramatic. It's most likely just an echo.
The echo of the machine.
Just don't. Be careful and...
Don't be careful. Okay.
No. Be careful. Be careful.
Oh, okay. Well, where is the machine? Should I go down the hallway?
You will need to get past the machines. You may have to awaken the machines to get further.
Okay.
But be careful. You're welcome. Okay, was that suitably cryptic for you?
I think so. I like Quebec.
And they go back into your locket.
Don't worry, Blackjack. She does that sometimes, where she just steals our whole locket.
Daebella's eyes roll back into the front of her head.
Daebella, did your parents have any good suggestions for us? Like the dead people are jerks or something along those lines?
They said we have to wake up the machines. They're sleeping, and then we can go down the tunnel.
I got advice for you. Don't drink the water.
Thanks, Dave Matthews.
Look at Flumpkins. He's still stoned.
He's still stoned. He's starting to come out of it. Thwompkins is starting to come out of it. Like his legs, his bottom half is broken free, and so he's just kind of bumping into things as he's walking around. But his top half is still stoned. So if you kind of push him point him in a direction, he'll just kind of keep walking into that direction.
Feeling all top heavy, Flumpkins. What's the matter with your mouth? Is it not working?
Still like half tied up with rope?
And he does still have rope dangled all over him. Yep. So it's kind of fun to like
we can use it.
Point him into a wall and just like watch him walk into the wall over and over again. Yeah.
So cool, Pumpkins. You're so
Blackjack is completely distracted by the string that's
of course.
moving along the ground and is just having a heyday playing.
Batting at the string. Yeah.
The problem with cats.
Ignatius, you are just jealous because you were just about to start batting at the rope too, and Blackjack beat you to it.
Stealing all my fun.
But Daebella, you can hear the singing coming from deeper down the tunnel, and you all do start to notice there are, as you walk further down the tunnel, more of these red lights. They're not blinking, but they're just very low. And there's big metal boxes all over the place that are stacked up against the walls. And they all have weird circles with kind of black ribbon in the middle of them. And little plastic bulbs attached to all of the fronts of the machines. But they're all out. None of them are on.
Is this the machines you was talking about?
I think so.
You get the impression, Daebella, this is probably part of the machine. You don't know how big the machine is, but this might be like the fingers on the end. You know, you're kind of at one end of the machine, as it were, and you're getting closer to the heart of it.
Daebella's gonna walk up to like all the blinking the bulbs on the front of it, and just sort of pat it gently and be like, "Wake up! It's morning. It's time to get up."
Oh, you know who I think would know about machines? I think that Henry would know about machines.
Probably.
From book, right?
Yeah.
Book.
I love Ignatius's. Just Henry knows about everything. Yeah.
Henry comes over and pulls out his whacking book that's no longer heavy and just starts leafing through it as he's walking over to see if he sees any pictures of machines.
Henry, give me a brainy roll as you look through your book.
That's a 10.
Henry, you do see a couple of pictures in your book that look sort of like these big metal boxes. And there is a picture on one of your books that has a big red button in the center of one of these metal boxes that says, and you make out the letters P, W, and E. There are some other letters you don't recognize, but you it's like P something, W, E something. So you make out a few of the letters, but you do recognize it's the same kind of giant blinky metal box.
Well, guys, this is Pui, so I think this is probably something we should push this button.
We gotta be polite.
You don't see that button, but in your book is a picture of the button.
Yeah.
Okay, I say, guys, look at this. This is the Pui button. And
Please turn it on. Please.
Exactly. Please turn it on.
Please.
Okay.
So let's
Daebella
look
pushes the
around.
button.
Let's look around for that button.
Ask it nicely.
Everybody give me nosy rolls.
So that's a 3.
5.
5.
6 plus 4 is 10.
5.
Luckily, Blackjack is there.
Saving
So
the
you
day.
said there are boxes like stacked up along the tunnel?
They look like big metal boxes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So can I
Boxes.
like hop up and look around and
Yep.
be curious all around?
Absolutely. Blackjack being a cat is automatically drawn to the high ground. Ignatius being a tabaxi is automatically drawn to the middle ground. Not quite as high as the cat, but definitely off the ground. You are on the boxes, just kind of slinking around, using your see-in-the-dark cat eyes, looking for the please button that Henry showed you all pictures of, and that's why you were the first to see 7 shapes in the distance, just on the edge of where the light is. They're kind of hunched over, but you watch as they slowly all stand up, and their eyes blink red, and they each raise their arms out towards you, and there's a whirring coming from the figures.
This is a little scary, a little bit.
So I
And
usually,
that's where
like-
we're going to stop for the day.
Found the castle in the sky.
You have awoken something. Maybe. I don't know.
We'll figure it out for next week.
I'll figure it out for next
I woke
week.
up. I was supposed to.
I thought I was supposed to wake him up. So, thank you guys for playing today. Carri, we hope that you can join us next time to see what happens.
Yes.
Absolutely. We would love to have you again. Lee, Jimmy, and Aaryn, thanks again as always. We're going to take a few minutes to have some big kid talk. But for those of you who just like to listen to the adventure, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Felicia.
Now that it's just the nerds.
Cool
Carri, is this the first you've played with Garrett a few times, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carri is Garrett's wife. We won't hold that against her, but she's also one of our early playtesters. So, Carri, I'm interested in hearing from a player. How have you enjoyed the experience of Babies and Broadswords? And if I'm not mistaken, you're pretty new to tabletop games as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just curious as to how you've enjoyed it as a new player, how you feel that you've acclimated to the game. Do you feel like you understand what kind of role-playing games are more about now? What's just been your impressions of things?
Yeah. So as you know, a new gamer, I would say, and I didn't do, LARPing and stuff like Garrett did when I was younger.
Nerd.
But it was very easy to relate to these characters as opposed to some of the other, characters that I've heard about in games. I don't get that at all. So I feel like it was very easy to choose a role and come up with characters to play this game.
So
we've all been babies.
Yeah, I think we all have been babies. That's the one thing that connects humanity, isn't it?
Not me. I came out with a beard.
No, I can imagine that. Yeah.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
Robot.
I leapt fully formed from my father's thigh. Yeah. How about playing with your kids? Because you played with your girls, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So what has that experience been like, parent and kids?
It's easy to talk about with them. Like, it's become part of our, because Garrett's so involved, it's become part of our, family conversations. They understand what's going on, and they're excited and interested. And I would say it will be fun to see how they continue to develop things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and our girls are 13, 14, so...
Pay no attention to the disembodied voice from the sky.
Yeah, what the heck? I'm sorry, I didn't ask Garrett the question. I asked Carri the question.
He gets to talk to you all the time.
Carri, there's a weird man in your house.
Call the police.
Do you want us to call someone?
I think I
If you're
recognize
in trouble. Blink a couple times really fast if you need help.
No, the hand signal looks like this.
Garrett, that is rude.
Oh, I never.
Well, you should. So yes, that is true though. Your girls are in their early teens. There is that to take into consideration, that they might be, because they're a little bit older and they have more experience with games, they might kind of grasp things a little better. And being Garrett's kids, I'm sure they've had to listen to this nonsense for most of their lives.
Right.
But
one of the things we were talking about this past week was, as your kids, when they're younger, at least ours did, always asked us, tell me a story. And I feel like this is a very natural, use your imagination, let me tell you a story, let's make up characters together. You want to go on an adventure. It's very easy to be able to do that with this system.
It's like, tell me a story. Well, why don't you help?
Yes.
Right.
And make me the main character. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I will say that I play tested with my 5-year-old, and for the most part, we kind of did away with, more technical aspects, but just kind of and
all the
what does your
mechanics.
character-
Yeah.
What does your character do next? And I used it as a basis to do a story thing with him. So and he loved it. And he still talks about Spooky the Warwalk Eagle.
I love Spooky.
Although he says, Lee, get on the potions because Spooky needs to have potions.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
so maybe in the next book we'll look at
in the next book, maybe some class based around potions. Ooh,
teaser,
teaser. Well, it's funny. I have been, for another project we're working on, teaser. I have been rereading the first Winnie the Pooh book by A.A. Milne, and I had forgotten how many times written into the story is because the premise of the story is it's him telling all these stories to his son Christopher Robin,
right?
And it's Christopher Robin will interject every now and then. It's like, and then what did I do? I don't remember what I did next, and he will continue on to the story. So there's a lot of that kind of building the kid into the protagonist of the story that has been in children's books, for 100 years,
right?
If not longer. So unintentionally, I think we've carried kind of on that tradition, which I like. I hadn't remembered that in my initial Winnie the Pooh readings from 40 odd years ago. But I think it's a cool tradition that we've carried on. And as your kids get a little older, maybe in their tweens and their teens, you throw some dice in there and you let them get a little more mechanical with things. But the basis of the game does really lend itself to let's make the story together.
Yeah.
Great. Any suggestions, Carri, that you might have for folks who are interested in playing the game themselves, who are kind of on the fence,
with their kids?
or playing with their kids? Yeah, who may be on the fence about trying this out.
I think just make it something relatable. You know, every family has different things they relate to, whether it's like a kitty cat or a gargoyle or, you know, something that your kids are interested in. It could be a raccoon or, you know, who knows what.
A cartoon character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're gonna have to make a Roblox Babies and Broadswords to relate to the new generation.
Roblox.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that is.
My kid would do Minecraft.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
Broadswords for sure.
Yeah, Minecraft's come back around.
My kids tend to do Pokemon-based characters, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of that too. Yeah.
That's really good.
Yep,
if we
yep.
ever get the rights, we'll be rolling in it.
I'm sure Pokemon would be fine with selling us the rights.
$6.50.
Hey man, dream big.
Yeah.
$6.50 and a pack of Jawbreakers.
All right, sold. Yeah, we'll give them a free PDF of the game. They'll let us use all the Pikachus we want.
Take it.
Yeah. It's yours. Dreams, awesome. Any other questions for Carri as a player, as a parent leading the game?
I do have
Yes.
one question because my kid is younger, and I have heard this from people when talking about the game. They say to me, "Oh, my kids are probably too old for that. Like babies, like really." So you have teens, and I want to know how were they ever like, super lame, Dad, why are you working on this? It's for babies. And, you know, like, did you ever have that reaction from them?
They will say that on the surface if your kids say that to you, but they are still little kids in a big kid body, if that makes sense. Especially middle schoolers. Mm-hmm. Like, they will try to give you the cool answer, but if you sit down and spend time with them, that's what they want.
I resent that remark.
Is that resent or resemble?
Having to spend time with your kids, Jimmy? Is that
where is it coming from? I don't understand.
That's strange, man. Okay,
and I think that's what makes the gaming community really... You do see a lot of families doing it. Like, people are looking for ways to get their kids off of social media all the time. Ooh. And we see them playing tabletop games, and we see them, you know, sitting down and spending family time together that way. So that's kind of how I would approach it to a parent. Say, you know, just give it a try. Like, you might be surprised by their reaction.
I think that's a great endpoint. Just give it a try. You might be surprised by the reaction. And in order to give it a try, you can get a copy of Babies and Broadswords. Affordable.
I will also say that we do have the basic rules and character sheets available for free.
Drive-thru-RPG. Yep.
Yeah, and our website. So it is not... You don't necessarily have to make a financial commitment to the system to, you know, play around and try out the rules. And especially with our podcast, I don't think it's any great secret that you could get most of the game from our play.
No.
if you wanted to do it that way as well.
Gosh, I hope not, because a lot of folks put a lot of work into this book, and it looks great, and it works on your shelf. But yes, you're right.
It does.
At the end of the day, we want folks to enjoy themselves and have fun. Yeah. And if part of that is you dropping $9 for a PDF or $15 for a softcover book, we hope you'll make that decision. If you do like what we're doing here and you do want to see more of what Even Footing Games is capable of, we also really suggest you check out our Patreon. We have some lovely folks who are more than happy to donate their spare change to us, and it helps us keep the lights on. It helps us pay for...
It helps so much.
It helps a lot. It helps us pay for our equipment. It helps us... It takes some of the edge off when we're trying to figure out if we can market here or market there. It gives us a little wiggle room for improving the podcast, improving our publishing, all of that stuff. We've got a lot of cool things in the works. and it really helps to have folks who believe in us, who are willing to give us just as little as $5 a month to keep things running.
And if we get a couple more, just a couple more, I promise I'll do more voices.
Oh boy.
We'll experience Jimmy singing more. Yeah. And me singing less. So yeah.
Well, that'd be great.
I will say it's also really great to be able to kind of interact with people who are really enjoying the game and kind of, which is something we are able to do because we have a Discord for our patrons, so they can ask us, super, minute questions to really help their games out.
Let's call out some of those awesome people. I know there's Ryan Shreve, and who else do we got? We got some awesome
Mary
people.
Liz, Bob, thank you. Deb, thank you. Alex and Gina, thank you. Our moms, Rob and Kathy, thank you. We've got some awesome
amazing people. Yeah, that's just a few of the people, and it's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So from the Babies and Broadswords and Even Footing Games team, thank you so much for joining us for another episode. We hope we didn't waste an hour, or if you did, I hope you enjoyed your wasting an hour. Carri, again, thank you for joining us today as our special guest. Join us, please come back. I want Blackjack to see what's happening, and I want you around to help us navigate this next dungeon.
And if it keeps Garrett out of here, then...
And if it keeps Garrett off the air, by all means.
You see, we're like the two-headed monster on Sesame Street.
I see a two-headed monster right now.
Get off the screen, Garrett! Stop it! All right, we love you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Toddlers.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, Toddlers.